Non-manliness. You see, Swami Vivekananda says, I want all the men to be manly and women also to be something for which a word is not there. I am paraphrasing his word. So you cannot say women should be manly. No. So he says that paurusha, that spirit should be there in all men, and women also something similar should be there. That is the idea. We need that. So that is what all religious texts they are telling, not that you should beat other person or kill other person. So unless you know the text, how will you? Devil quotes the scripture. Devil quotes the scripture. There is no communism. There is no... You see, whenever there is an ism, there is a selfishness. True religion, true spirituality has no ism. Any ism is actually having selfishness in its background. All this priestcraft, everything. You suddenly say that, oh, you cannot do this because I am your panda and you should give me money, then only you will get punya. What the nonsense? What is this? Why? Because if you don't give him money, how will he run his poor RKM factor? You know what is RKM factor, no? Anyone knows RKM factor? RKM factor. You know what is RKM? Obviously it is not. That will be too easy. RKM factor means roti, kapda or makan. So RKM factor, everyone has this. This is the factor for which you are running behind that. Punarapi jananam, punarapi mananam. You are running and you are trying to make money, trying to please your people. And like Valmiki's case, what will happen? You say that I did it for you. Then you say, who bothers? I will not take your papa or something. You had to do it because it is your duty. This factor will increase more and more. You have a Hero Honda, you need a Nano. You have a Nano, you need a Maruti Swift Desire or something. And then Desire, you need Corolla. Then you Corolla, then it goes on and on. Then you will say, I want a Fortuner. Then you will say, I want a Jaguar. It never ends. The list is endless. Then finally you will say, ek Rolls Royce hone mein kya ki fark penda hai. So you need everything. You just add on and on and on. So that is what. The Tata Kim. That's what you always want. Because you relate yourself in this time-space dimension. You think you are something which has to have its... You don't think yourself as Atman. So your identity is based on this car. Your identity is based on that M.Tech, PhD or whatever you put after your name. Your identity is based on that Levi Strauss. Whatever you wear, pantaloons or whatever. Or the chashma. Your identity is so much external. You are making it external. In your ignorance, in our ignorance. So that is why I want more and more and more. क्यों? देखो मेरा कितना बड़ा flat है. तो तुम्हारा कौन सा construction का? अरे Maxworth. The more or DHL means बड़ा construction बहुत ज़्यादा पैसा दिया है. How many square feet? 800, 2000. So like that, all your identity, this is identity crisis. You are trying to ascribe your identity through these things. So you think, great person. In all your foolishness. And that is what. So why I was referring to that Gita thing is, Sutre Mani, Protam Sutre Manigana Eva. If you don't know these things, anybody can come and tell you that Gita tells this, Bible tells that, Quran tells that, and you will simply gulp everything. Because you are too naive, you don't know what it tells. Even in today's age, when you can just go to google.com and just type something and you can know. But you will not do that. Swami Vivekananda in those days said that all people say that women have no soul according to Quran. He says, I have read the Quran and I have never found such a statement in Quran. It's absolute nonsense to say that according to Quran, women have no soul. But people say, why? Because they want to preserve some ism, some vested interest. So every religion is very clear in what they want to say. So why do you want to go to somebody to interpret? Swamiji says, go back to the Upanishads. Go and read their luminous truths. Don't take help of all these people. You just go first and read what is written in the Gita. Why don't you go and read what is written in the Quran? Get it more printed. What is the best method to avoid religious unrest is to get this literature printed. More people should know what is written in Quran. Then there will be no confusion. Everybody will know that Quran is a wonderful text. More people should read the Bible or the Zendavesta or the Guru Granth Sahib or the Gita. Then everybody will know that what is written in there is wonderful. It's when you try to cloister it, you try to keep it for like they will have this Talmud. They will say, no, these people cannot read, this people cannot read. Then there's a lot of esotericism. There's a lot of secrecy involved. Then people wonder, oh, usme kya likha hai? Wo kya ho sakta hai? And nothing bad is written. Why will a religion tell you something wrong? So you preach it, you read it more, propagate it. You tell your friends. Just like when you watch a good movie, you tell. I suppose you tell. That is, when you go to a good restaurant, you are supposed to tell other people that, yeah, I went to a good restaurant and it's really good there. So similarly, you read these books and you keep on telling other people, then people come to know that, yes, this is what we need. Why will Gita talk about ahimsa if it was a book of violence? Why will it talk about three qualities, sattva, raja, guna, if it was a book of violence? Why will it talk about giving up the sense of doership? Nimitta matram bhava savya sachin. You just be the instrument. You don't think. What is the sloka? Don't ask such questions. What is the sloka? Prakriti kriyama. This nimitta matram bhava savya sachin. Tasvatvam uttishta yasho labhasva jitva shatrun bhungshva rajyam samriddham tamaivaite nihatan purvameva nimitta matram bhava savya sachin. Oh, that we knew. Anyway, so here the thing is ya pranena sambhavati. Here again the same thing, that ya aditi devata mai, that aditi. What is aditi? What is aditi? That is Advaita. Aditi. Aditi means actually God. Generally Aditya. We say, but it is not Aditya. Aditi here means Brahman. Ya Aditi. Why is this name Aditi given? Because Adana. Earlier we saw a word called Odana. How many you remember? Odana means food. Adana means eating or enjoying. So Adana, Aditi is something which enjoys, a person or one who enjoys. Things like sound. What is sound? What is sound? It is the quality of which element? It is the quality of which element? After so much of Katha Upanishad, you feel nice lull, no? Go into deep sleep. Then, space. So other elements? No, not air. Water का क्या है? Taste. Touch. Fire is roop, form. So like that. Color. Earth. So like that. So what is told here is Aditi, because that enjoys things like sound, means it enjoys the qualities of all the five elements. And also Devata Mahi. What is Devata? What is the word meaning Devata? Meaning of the word Devata? What is the meaning of the word Divya? Luminous. It comes from the root Div, which means light. Diva means day. So Divasa means one day. So it comes from the root div, which means light. So devata means luminous. So we have always this idea, no, that if we are spiritual or good, suddenly there will be a halo, luminous. In all imagery you will find that anything good means full of light will be there, anything bad, full of darkness will be there. I have told you one incident, I will tell you again. In Chennai, what happened, one devotee used to come and sit for meditation in the shrine, and once that devotee was asked by the Swami there in charge, brahmachari in charge of looking after the shrine bhandar store. So he asked, okay, something. So that devotee, just talking, no, regularly that person comes. So the devotee told, Maharaj, I feel a light at the end of the meditation, just like Swami Vivekananda felt. Before going to sleep, he felt that is. So I see a light and a luminous light, and I am very nice that coming to this Ramakrishna Mat Chennai, I get this self-illuminating experience and all that. So every day, one day, that devotee was very upset. Why? Because that day no light was found. So that light did not come at all. So the devotee is not going. Everything has to be closed and the devotee is still sitting. So the rule is that you should go away, then everything is closed at 8:30 or something. So the devotee got upset that unless I get the light I don't go, and you are trying to drive me out, etc., etc. So what has happened? Why today you did not get light? Every day I get light. After so many, so the brahmachari asked, when do you see the light? So around 8 o'clock. That is the time when the person switches on the light. So that light she sees or he sees. So and then today, that day what happened, that there was some problem with the light, so no light was switched on. So no illumination happened. So diva, div means light. Devata mai means full of light, luminous. Okay, luminous. A person who enjoys all the qualities of elements and who is luminous. And also there is another meaning, Devata Mai, who includes all the deities. We have so many deities, no? How many deities are there? 33 crores. Somebody should count them actually. So 33 crores. So in all Hindu families usually you have, there is Ganesha, there is Saraswati, there is so many people all crowded and jostling together. And there is a joke also. So when a person, it seems a person who is Hindu started saying pray God, so people were trying who will go. And Ganesha was thinking should I go, or this is a joke of course. And Durga was thinking should I go, because God in general means so many gods. So anyway, we have a wonderful system of, why does this happen? We deify everything. Somebody asked someone that, oh, in Hinduism, rat is a god. So he said, no. That other person replied, no, rat is not a god. If rat was a god, then we never would have pesticides to kill. Rat is the representation of one form. We see God in rat. We don't make rat the god. You see? Similarly, we see God in elephant. Elephant itself is not the God for us. So we deify everything. Otherwise there will be so much problem. The rat is God, lion is God, everything is God. No, it is not like that. You're getting the point? These are all different symbols to remind us of the ultimate reality. So Devatamai means all these different manifestations of God is actually Brahman. Sambhavati pranena. So all these, who takes birth as Hiranyagarbha, Sambhavati. Sambhavati means takes birth. Sambhava means coming into existence. So takes birth. One who is again associated with the elements, Vyajayata. Vyajayata. Vyajayata means who? V plus Ajayata. V, this is the prefix. You can understand little Sanskrit also. Jayata is took birth. V, Vishesha Rupena Ajayata. Means who took birth in a special way. Why special way? What is the special way here? You see, Sanskrit is a very logical language. This prefix is used for a purpose. That's why I broke it. Vyajayata means V plus Ajayata. Ajayata means took birth. V means Vishesha Rupena, in a special way. What is the special way here? Again, you are missing the very obvious. Professor Somnath ji, shed some light. What is the special way of birth here? Ajayata. Birth is realization. Going beyond birth is realization. Birth is not realization.
Birth of knowledge.
First born, same. The earlier mantra is repeated in a different language. First born or the Brahman was born as Hiranyagarbha in association with other elements in a special way. How? Special how? Anyone? Yes? Devashish ji. कुछ तो कहिए. No one. Huh. Think. Because of Maya what? Oh, Maya makes it special. You came closer, but you went away very far also. What is the special thing in that? Are very simple. Na jayate. It is not born. The special thing is it appears as though it is born. So, special way means what? It is born, but yet not born. It is born as though. Shankaracharya in his introduction to the Gita says that this Brahman takes an avatara as though it takes the form of a body. As though. Iva. Iva means as though. Why? Because Brahman, how will it take a form of a body? So like that. There is no birth is there, but because of ignorance we feel like the snake comes from the rope. Does it come? No, it does not come. So that is why Vyajayata means V plus Ajayata. In a special way means there is no birth. Na jayate. The same Upanishad is telling na jayate, na mriyate. Remember? So it is not born. So how can a thing which is not born suddenly become born now? So that is why in special way, because of ignorance we think that it is born, but there is no birth. If people knew this, there would have been no population increase at all. There would be no birth. Okay. Any questions?
If a snake can appear as a rope after some time, that means my Maya is removed. But I know that if a snake can become a rope, that suddenly the rope can become a snake as well.
How?
Is my mistake. I see that by mistake that rope was appearing as a snake or the reverse. So that I mean.
No. In the rope snake example, why does the rope appear as a snake?
My mistake. Ignorance.
No. Because of darkness. Because of darkness, not because of your mistake. Because of darkness. So this is a good question actually, because in one of the commentaries an objection is raised that a person who has some eyesight problem may also see. No, really there is one commentator raises this objection. Said eyesight problem, the person may see snake in a rope. Said no, we are not talking about that. We are talking about a person who is healthy, has a good eyesight or has a good chashma, and that person sees snake in the rope. Not because of your mistake or some problem. Why does he see? Because he or she sees because there is darkness. Okay. That is why in Sanskrit another thing is Udaharana Ekadeshi. Example only, it's not, even the classical example of snake rope cannot be taken completely. Clear? No. No. The reason for your seeing the snake in rope is not because of your mistake or anything, but because of darkness. The reason is external. Means in this example. And in Advaita Vedanta, you see universe where Brahman is because of ignorance. So if ignorance goes away, if you put the light, rope can never turn into snake again. Is that possible then? That is what. Like you have, I will bring the picture, most of you would have seen, there is in psychology textbooks, there is a picture of a young woman with a hat. How many of you have seen this picture? Young woman with a hat. And if you see it from another angle, it is an old woman's picture. But in that, what happens is, the moment you start seeing it as a young woman with the hat, then you will not be able to see that other. You see, at one time you can see only one picture. You cannot see both simultaneously.
It is also keep a kaizen.
Huh? Huh?
It's like quality control the soul is kaizen.
Yes, 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 yes. So one aspect, if you see, the other you cannot see.
Very few people see both the things together.
Exactly. That's what. Exactly.
They have shown this picture like it was a part of our course.
Mm.
Very like maybe 2-3% people see both the things together at a time.
Mm. Any other questions? Yes. No, you can ask questions about anything, including my stupidity also. Huh.
Few lectures before, this room was occupied, so we had to take a class in one of those lecture rooms.
Yes, yes, yes.
Then the previous week we went to Kanpur IIT.
Yes, yes, yes.
After returning, you promised us that in one occasion you will give us a summary of the contents of the lecture.
Oh,
When is that going to happen?
yeah, that can be done.
Can we partition one of this lecture, or whatever is suitable to you? I am hungry for.
Hungry?
Maharaj,
Wow.
already you have uploaded in YouTube.
Huh?
There are 2 lectures of you in YouTube. It has the
All the 3 lectures are there on the YouTube. That is one way. You can YouTube. On YouTube, all the 3 lectures are there. What I delivered in Kanpur, all the 3 lectures are there on YouTube. Internet? You have internet? No, you have internet, no? Oh no, I will be glad to tell you the summary of what happened there. Maybe next class I will tell. I promise. And if I forget, please remind. Nothing. There were 3 lectures. One was Psychology of the Gita. Another one was Angels and Demons. Angels and Demons I had talked about here. That is the first shloka of 16th chapter, if you remember. And then another one is Facing Real Life Challenges. So this Psychology of the Gita it was a summary of all the verses in the Gita. Most of the verses in Gita are about psychology. So I took all those verses and tried to give a glimpse. And in Facing Real Life Challenges, taking from Swamiji and other scriptures, how we have lot of problems like honesty, morality, truthfulness, then also patriotism, love, all these problems which you have to face every day. So how to tackle that? It's sort kind of an interactive workshop.
No, if others are not interested, I will rather go take help from somebody and go into internet.
No, you can see it on the internet, and also, in fact, I have suggested to Professor Mandal that we can have a workshop like that, same Facing Real Life Challenges, because this workshop has been conducted in many places and it has been quite successful. So we can have this workshop when the new freshers will come. They already come. So he was also saying that yes, we will have some such session.
Maharaj, how many people came in IIT Kharagpur?
Oh, that was every day it was more than 100.
If the person is healthy and don't have any eyesight problem, why the first of I don't know, he is seeing the snake?
Because of darkness.
Because of darkness, or maybe because of blindness. If blind man or ignorant man will see the.
Yes.
Why rope is mistaken as snake, not the reverse?
Rope? No, reverse is also mistaken. Who said reverse is not mistaken? You mean to say that the snake is there and you find it as a rope? It is very commonly done. In fact, I know, means my pre-monastic, this thing is in Kerala. So I know that in our ancestral house, it was near even now it is near a pond So that area, we had a lot of garden and all that. So snakes used to come in. And those days there was no electricity. Way back in very old this thing. I have heard this in 40s or 30s even back. So no electricity was there. So people used to just put those lamps. And lamps you never put everywhere because oil was costly. No? So these women folk, they put this what we call binuni or braid. They tie this ribbon kind of thing. So they didn't use ribbon in those days, just jute rope. They will just put it to tie the hair. So those kinds of ropes, they will just put it, it will be lying down on the cot or somewhere. So many times it so happened that women folk, they took a rope, thinking it to be a rope, and they just saw that it is a snake. And those snakes were not venomous, so they just dropped it. So it is very common, because a snake, when it is coiled and it just sits there, you can mistake it as rope also.
Vidyasagar came running to see his mother at big night and had to climb one stairs. So he thought it was a yoke and he took help from the
No, actually it is, as far as I know, it is neither Tulsidas, neither it is a story called Bilba Mangala. No, Bilba Mangala is not Surdas. Bilba Mangala, a person was there. This...
Sudhana told that story.
Huh?
Swami
He was very attracted to one woman.
Yeah, so that story was written by Girish Chandra Ghosh as a play. Story is an old story, but it was written as a play by Girish Chandra Ghosh. So he finds a corpse, he does not understand, he thinks it's a log of wood and he takes it, and then he sees a snake, he does not understand, he thinks it's a rope, blinded by the passion for that particular woman. And he goes and he's smelling and all that. Then she asks, why are you smelling like that? Then he realizes that that was a corpse and this was a snake. Then she says that why are you behind? Then he suddenly realizes that he could have gone behind God. So yes, both ways it can happen. Any other question? Gender. Somehow you can never escape gender, no? Gender is.
Actually, what I'm seeing that even
Yes.
in Chandi, is when all the deities are coming, then we are thinking of Durga. So here also this similarity I'm finding, that whenever it's associated with so many deities, then it is Aditi, Devata, once again, it's a really
Devata is not a feminine word. I don't think so. No, Devata Mayi, Devata Maya, Devata Mayi means actually, Devata is a feminine, but actually it means God. And Devata Mayi means comprising of gods, having gods. But here you should understand gods also include goddesses. So there is no. Another interesting thing, reading some other text, I came across Brahma Sutras, there is a